in the combat heavy levels. I think that's mostly it.
And do you feel like the community has grown for this game over the last couple of years? Are there more runners than there used to be?
OK。
I would say it's about the same
ちょっと
amount of runners. I mean, of course,
ストリームがうまくいかなかったんで何回かやり直しましたけど、これでうまくいくでしょ
yeah, like 2014 was the year of Halo, we call it.
Yeah.
So many people joined back then. So hopefully this year is the same as 2014.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I know you also run Oblivion.
Yes.
That's a little bit of a shift from Halo, not quite the same genre there. How different is that of a game to run versus something like Halo?
I think Oblivion is way more forgiving. You don't really die to enemies or anything. Oblivion is just all about menu optimization, movement optimizations, and when Halo is more about combat and just avoiding deaths mostly.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. And I know you're also into music, you play guitar.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your Halo covers. Do you have a favorite Halo song to cover?
今インタビューやってますね。
I've only learned one of them.
Okay, well that makes it easy.
さっきのヘイローの奏者のインタビューです。
I mean, is that safe to say then that's your favorite song to cover? Do you cover good songs outside of Halo as well?
Not really game soundtrack, but
okay.
Obviously multiple different bands I like to play.
Sounds good. Yeah, so obviously a lot of potential on the Halo soundtracks for that.
Yeah.
Now I know I grew up playing multiplayer Halo, all the way from Halo 1. Got the FB shirt. I don't know if anybody noticed, but multiplayer for me was kind of the reason I got into the series. Is it the same for you? Were you into it because of the multiplayer at first, or did you get into it just for single player?
Yeah, so I was introduced and
インタビューはね、
interesting. So
1、2年前からやり始めたのか
sides
な。
of Halo gameplay and stuff.
Okay. And do you have a favorite map?
Map?
Yeah, favorite map.
That's too tough to answer.
Too tough to answer. All right. Oh, that's fine. I have
まあ
a
このコーナー
questions
結
here
構
for you, and then we're gonna take some Twitter questions
ツイッ
here.
ター
I
から
thought
質問を受け付け
we could do
て
like a
それ
little
表
rundown
示して
here.
直接聞けたりとかそういうことやるんで結構
Red or blue?
面白いですよ。
Red.
Covenant or Flood?
調子悪いな。
I know a lot of people hate the flood and the flood missions, but I think flood.
Flood? All right. Whale over the man cannon or Rhino charging Pink 3?
What?
It's a Halo 3 joke. That's fine. That's fine. You're running Halo 1 anyway. All right. We do have some Twitter questions here I want to take. Let's put the first one up there. All right. The question is, how much harder is Legendary when compared?
Both categories are equally difficult to optimize. I mean, super easy, and Legendary is the opposite. But I think on easy, the combat is definitely way easier. But then overall, the run optimization is probably even more difficult than Legendary.
Okay. Another question I was seeing a lot of, many people had the same question was, do you plan to series?
I have played Halo speedrunning wise. That was actually the first game I speedrun, but then I quickly moved on to Halo CE since it was on
so
PC.
You've touched a couple other, you played a little Halo 3 and then...
Yeah, a couple.
Okay, so maybe we'll see a switch to Halo 3 in the future, or
maybe.
Okay. I don't want to promise anything, but so you've played a couple of them there. I guess my only other question for you is there anything else at this event that you are personally excited for?
Personally, of course, my next run, which is Oblivion. I haven't looked too much at the schedule. I'll be here watching some runs definitely, but I don't know exactly which ones.
Yeah. Well, we've got plenty of them here all week long, and again, thanks to everybody who's been donating already. We're at $67,000 already, on our way to 100,000 faster than ever before. Just a reminder again to the folks of you at home watching, the NES Classic Edition, if you donate at least $50 before Symphony of the Night is through, you'll be entered to win that. And $150 throughout the week will enter you to win the
ここは我慢して。これ止まらないはずです。Hey, welcome from Restream. This stream is now hosted by Hoishin, me, and the next 5 games will be hosted by me without commentators, but I'll do my best. こっから先が多分あと5分ぐらいでガンボルト詰めですね。ガンボルトの2作目ですね。で、その後7時ぐらいからバトルキット。で、多分8時とかリディコングレーシングとかルイージマンション、メトロプライムあたりがあっちのアメリカでの夜ぐらいになってくるので、ゴールデンタイムになってきます。プライムタイムになってきますね。で、僕自身は、ホイシン自身は、悪魔女ドラクラ、月下の野草局前で、中さんにバトンタッチする形になります。そこまでは、僕が配信していく予定です。
Alrighty, thank you Nightwing for that excellent run of hosting. So I'm Darth Chelsea and gonna read some donations. So we got a $500 donation from Nightmare who said, "My father passed away today after a short battle with cancer. I would like to make this donation in his memory as he was always a strong supporter of many charitable causes and is the reason I support so many charities as I can today. He also introduced me to computers and gaming at an early age on a Commodore 64 with text-based adventure games and into NES, then SNES and beyond. I wouldn't be the gamer I am today without him." Arborescence donated $10. "Love the work you guys do. Splitting my donations this week. Shout out to Stark Industries Team 4. I'm expecting you all to donate. Good luck to all the runners." Ken Kersel donated $150. "Hey guys, this is my third GDQ that I've watched and I felt so bad for not donating, so there is $50 for each one I've watched. Keep it up guys, always a blast to watch all the great runs." And we still have heaps of donations about that amazing Halo run by Garish. Bear Pig Man donated $10 saying, "That was single-handedly the best run of the marathon. Congrats and good luck on the rest of the runs. Putting my money to name the dog in Earthbound after my cat Tessie." And up next we have Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, run by the amazing John
というわけ
Carls.
で、次のゲームが始まりそうです。このゲーム 3DS のゲームなんですよね。なんで画面2つあります。まあ、いわゆる、あれですね。アニメ系のゲームですね。
Can I get a quick roll call on my couch?
I'm Tina Hacks.
I'm Spike Vegeta.
So Spike, I have a question for you before we start. Is this a place that you feel like we can be honest?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
We can be H, as the kids say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Raise your hands or type Frank or Z in the chat if you have no clue what this game is whatsoever, including Spike. Okay.
知らない人は
Me neither.
手挙げて
So, we're gonna go ahead and start,
このゲームを。
and, Tina's gonna
まあ、英語名あるとはいえども、
but this is
知らない人は多いゲームでしょうね。
Shoutouts to Inti Create.
このゲーム自体もデジタル配信しかされてなかったはずなんで、
Oh, for real?
And you get the first Azure Striker. It's basically an unbeatable deal.
What a deal.
Yeah. Okay, so we're starting now.
そうですね。
Hey,
That was a good
eShop でダウンロード配信されただけでなんで、
gotta go strong.
まあ、インディーゲーではないですけど、インディーゲーに近い
Front by saying this is very anime.
ゲームですね。
Azure
インディーゲー
Striker
かもしれない。わかんないけど。
actually translates from Japanese to crazy anime explosion simulation.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So that's basically what this game is. There's a lot of J-pop and a lot of waifus
Hmm.
and a lot of things. So, Tina, why don't you tell them?
こう日本好きのアニメとか J-POP とか好きな人がやっぱりやるゲームらしい
He
です
has a
よ。
gun and he uses electricity to kill people.
もともと日本で発売されたゲームですけど、
But,
で、英語に
point to notice that John is
翻訳されてからは
that's a skill that you have called
J-POP と
freebasing.
かアニメキャラクターとかいるゲームなんで、そういう人たちに人気らしい
What
で
you're
す。
going to notice is that as he runs through enemies, his little bar on the bottom.
まあ、見た目としてはロックマンですね。
Once you completely deplete that bar,
ロ
then
ックマン
you take damage.
X テイス
The
ト
other way
な
that you can take damage is
ゲーム
if,
と言えばいいのかな。
you're using your electricity at the time that you get hit. Other than that, you're basically invincible.
Yeah, so the game starts off, the end of the first game, your girl slash waifu, spoilers, sacrifices herself for you and dies.
さっきから言ってるワイフーっていうのは英語のワイフって意味ですけど、日本語でワイフっていうとワイフになるんで、それを意識して英語でもワイフーっていうのが逆輸入の英語になってますね。要はアニメキャラクターの可愛い女の子たちってことです。
Yeah, but it's nice. She lives on inside your heart.
Yeah. So, when you're in this state, you have no EP, so like you can constantly use your electricity and provision without having to recharge it, and you also can kind of float and fly in any direction. So, here we're gonna have a pretty easy, quick first boss. These are kind of tutorial stages to show you how to play as the characters.
が最初のボス。
Yeah, so the basic idea of the
まあ
combat
チュートリアルボス的なもので簡単に倒せる
pea shooter that he's using right there. It's not actually doing a lot of damage.
ボスで
It's
す
a
ね。
technique called tagging the enemy, which is actually what's allowing you to do all this damage with the lightning. He is fitting in basically chip damage with the gun, but yeah, the bulk of it, it's already dead. He's fitting in the bulk of the damage with that lightning attack.
Yeah, and you saw me use a giant anime cutscene attack there called Astrosphere that you see a lot. All of the bosses also have their own ridiculously named anime cutscenes that are pretty amazing. And we use these throughout the run to basically, at no point in this run are we going to level. Normally, if you're playing this game casually, you're going to level up and you're going to craft different items that you're getting here at the end of the screen and get different abilities. But we just go straight through the game without any leveling. So we're going to use these attacks to our advantage in the boss fights to be able to actually take them down without leveling and upgrading and creating new weapons and stuff. And here's a second character named Copen. So you can play the whole game as Copen, or you can play it as Gunvolt.
ステージごとにキャラクターがあるのかな。このステージでまたキャラクター変わりましたね。コーペンって名前らしいですよ。
Yeah, I know you said it's not terribly interesting. You basically just play the exact same game twice through with the two different characters.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for a casual perspective, but for a speed run, like nobody's
なるほど
done
ね。
a full speed run of it just because it's it's not exactly. You just have to play a lot of the same levels and bosses over again. But as you can see, he kind of flies over all the levels, so the game is.
このキャラクターは飛ぶのがうまいので、こう上に飛んでシュシュシュシュって飛んだら、いろんな地形をスキップできるっていうキャラクターですね。
Yeah, so you're basically going through almost like 2 different intro stages, introducing you to both of these characters, and then it will give them the option of which one to play as.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know this, but this game is actually based on the true life adventures of Joe Biden. So.
Is that true?
Yeah. So. I mean, it's like a loose interpretation, I think, but. So, all of you political buffs out there.
You were giving me all that prep commentary. You didn't tell me the most important part.
I know.
All the lore.
Yeah, you gotta respect the lore. That's the most important thing. And I kind of hate this level, and I hate playing as coping because I suck at it. So I'm pretty pleased that we didn't die. That makes me. And you'll see he tags enemies by flying his whole body into them. His gun doesn't work the same way. But again, this is the last time we'll see him as a playable character. We'll actually fight against him later. And the 2 storylines intertwine with each other. So it's kind of cool. Do you want to talk about the story and how it's like X-Men, basically? Sorry, NT creates.
No, there's definitely some parallels. So you've got these people called adepts that have magic powers, basically. And we've got a group of them called Eden who wants to kill all of the non-magic humans. And we're playing as an adept when we play as Gunvolt. And Gunvolt appears to be the one adept who doesn't really want to kill humans. So,
which is good, I guess. Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to be nice to people.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying NT Creates stole it from X-Men. I'm saying Mega Man X stole it from X-Men, and then they stole it from Mega Man X. Is what I'm saying.
Glad we have that tree of events all marked out pretty well.
This fight is very quick, boss fight. This guy's always very weak.
結構こういうメガマン系のゲームってたくさんあって、まあメガマン X ですけど、これは。アニメ系で。水曜日、木曜日あたりかな、ローゼンクロイツの RTA があるんですけど、BJW がやる。それも本当にメガマン要素。あっちはもう本家メガマンの方ですね。の要素を兼ね備えたゲームですね。で、それも可愛い女の子たちを使うっていう。そういうゲーム結構多いらしいんで、で、RT やってる人も多いですよ。やっぱりゲームやってる人っていうのは、いわゆるウィーブと呼ばれる日本の文化とかアニメとか好きな人多いんで、そういうゲームを RT してる人たち多いですね。
Absolutely. So Tina Hacks donated $20. Hey johncarls, good luck with your Gunvolt run. This donation goes to the good ending in Avenging Spirit. And I'll be donating another $20 per death to the good ending incentive.
Okay, hopefully it's only $20. I really don't want to do good ending for Avenging Spirit.
That's a really good reason for everybody to donate towards that, I think.
People were saying that game was like Mario Odyssey and like how you possess things and everything. I was seeing like Ghost, like the Whoopi Goldberg movie. Yeah. Is that more what it is?
It's like Kirby meets Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to watch that movie now, by the way. I'm sorry, you read another donation.
We can watch it right now if you want.
Oh, can we actually?
Yeah, I can pause the game.
Oh, okay. Would that be a problem?
So am I reading a donation?
You can read a donation, yeah.
Sure. Anonymous donated $10. My wife, son and I
奏者が寄付のメッセージを読もうかって。いや、だってゲームポーズできるからいいじゃんとか言って、ね、いや、RT じゃダメじゃんって話をしてましたね。
Duran donated $25. Well, hey there, johncarls. Had to donate during your run. See you in chat.
Thanks. I probably won't be in this chat specifically, but probably a different one.
That'd be pretty impressive.
The other gym donated $150. Thanks to all the runners and good luck on your runs. Also, save the animals.
というわけで、寄付が7万ドル超えましたね。だいたい7000万ぐらい。嘘、700万円ぐらいですね。開始数時間でこの額ってね。
But it's utilized for 2 different reasons. One, it's going to allow him to use his different special attacks, like the lightning attacks you would have seen back there, but also run through these enemies in a technique, what's it called again? Prevasion. So, as you see,
プリベージョンっていう技を使うと敵をすり抜けられるんで、いちいち倒さなくて済むと。それでかなりスピードアップしますね、やっぱり。
when he's going to be using up that, almost like as a shield. And you see over time it gradually comes back a little bit faster. It might seem like it's going fast, but he's running through enemies so quickly that it can chunk away at that very quickly.
Yeah, and then you can double tap down to refill it, but that takes time. Also, you notice I skipped a door to finish this level. That's because we need to get an item called the Crash Bolt. It's going to automatically work to open up every door for the rest of the game, and it's going to make every boss fight faster, so it's worth the extra time. And here's a little menu.
ここでちょっと次のステージに行くドアに入る前に上に行って、このアイテムを上の方のドアに入るん
Yeah,
です。
sure. The biggest thing you guys can look at is just purely if you want to know the health of the boss, it's going to be in the bottom right corner. You're going to see it's denoted by these like
で、次が3ボス目かな、これ。
breaks in it
Chunked into
for-
thirds.
Yeah, into thirds, and each of those are a different phase. I know John worries about this. One of the top 2 worst fights in the game. That's why he does it first. You want to explain any more specifics of it?
Yeah, so the first phase is going to go pretty quickly. This boss is going to throw a bunch of little red things at you that lay traps and such. We're coming up on...
Mr. Crash Bolt.
In just a minute, we're going to be coming up on the second phase. So the second phase is a phase where the boss is going to start just rushing along the ground, and it makes it hard to tag her, which is pretty annoying. So here you're going to see that there's only a couple of chances to tag. And then after that is going to be the final...
いや、残念ながら僕アニメ詳しくないから声優の話とかできないですよね。
Swimmingly.
出演声優、
It's not accurate. It's not
ガンボルト、石川、
This is going well. And this is one of the hardest fights.
ノリト。
Also, each of those specials you're using, in the bottom left corner, you see
わからない。
the SP, those 3 different cards, effectively. Each of the different attacks, the special attacks he has, like the lightning bolt, it will use up those cards. You'll see it slowly fills back up, also just when you're doing attacks and just in generally. So he has to be careful about routing those out to use them in the right spots.
Igon Maiden. They yell a lot of things in this game. Some of it's nonsense.
Ooh.
Okay. This is not going well.
So this final phase is why this is the hardest fight in the game. So you're going to notice that she bounces around this cage and she leaves a trap that's going to turn into a big spike every time that she touches a wall, a ceiling, the floor.
You also just notice for whatever reason in this final phase, her defense is
Oh.
just...
I got resurrected.
Oh.
Yay!
That's a random chance. All right.
So it's like a 50-50 chance if you're bad at the game like I am that you get
ハムの確率
resurrected.
で
Your wife
死んだ時に生き返らせられて、生き返ってもらえる、
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever
生き返らせてもらえる感じですらしいですね。
had to happen eventually.
今回ラッキーだったらしいで
Almost
す。
there. Yeah.
Woo! That was a rough one.
Dude, best waifu. Nice.
Best waifu. One of my favorite waifus.
Literally.
ベストワイフって言って。
Yeah. So that happens pretty often on that fight. It's like at least 50%. It might even be higher. It costs like 15 seconds to go through that.
Yeah, and I guess we don't exactly know what lowers the chances of that because it's not just a straight 50-50
Yeah,
every
it's just
time,
random.
right? Yeah.
It just happens.
We think maybe it goes down as we go through. There will be a couple times where we're going to try to force it later on in the run.
Yeah.
But when that will be a 100% chance.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just depends on how your relationship's going at that time. You know,
Sure.
you take out the garbage, or
Not even in the
maybe-
game, just
Yeah.
like
Just in
generally
general,
outside
yeah.
of life.
So this level's kind of cool in that you fall through the. If you fall through the ground, you don't die. Like in other levels, you fall back through the ceiling.
Yeah,
So,
pretty satisfying run to watch when something's like well practiced. Whoop.
So you'll see that I'll be coming out of the sides and all kinds of nonsense. So this game, if anybody speedruns like Mega Man X, you might enjoy the kind of the movement tech in this game because it is a lot of L dashing, just like Mega Man X. And I feel like Gunvolt controls similarly. I've done some amateur runs of Mega Man X.
このステージ特殊で下に落ちると上から来たり、右の画面入ると左から出てきたりとか、場所によって変わるんですね、これは。結構、初見プレイでこれやったら難しそうですね。どこで落ちればいいのかどうかわからないから。
Boss fights and just your general movement all throughout the stages because it's very easy to lose just a ton of little amounts of time everywhere.
And these other butterfly waifus will drain your health like crazy hard.
Oh, that's a bad waifu.
Another benefit of so here you'll see it'll automatically open the door. Another benefit of the leveling system is you can like all of the leveling is completely routed out. So I'm almost to level 3, and when I hit level 3, it'll automatically refill my health. So I can be like aggressive and take a lot of intentional damage in this first half of this level because I know I have a life refill coming.
Also, a little gimmick right here. Whenever he uses the lightning attack, there are two different colored platforms you saw there. We got the reds and the blues. So when he uses the lightning attack, it will swap which one is a
Are they really different colors?
What?
I'm colorblind.
Yes, they are different colors.
Oh.
You are great at this game.
I did not know they were different colors. I knew they were like, I thought they were like, so here I'm going to trick, a lot of these rooms are basically rooms where you go through and you have to fight a bunch of enemies, and it's also a place where you would normally level. Hopefully that's low enough. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you're good. So a bunch of enemies would have dropped out of that top right chute. Nah, dude.
Yeah, so you just killed them as they spawn, so it's a nice little trick. Trick of the trade. So, we could probably read a donation or two before the next boss.
Awesome. So Nada's donated $50 saying, "Hey Tina, pretty cool to see you on the couch at GDQ. I love watching your Wonder Girl runs. Oh yeah, good luck, John Carls."
Thank you.
By the way,
I feel like I was a bit of an afterthought in that donation. I don't know how I feel about that.
Seems
Tina,
to be
you're
a
stealing
theme here.
Yeah, you're stealing my glory, Tina.
And level 500 boss donated $50 saying, so Spike Vegeta's hair somehow looks even more dope than usual. This donation goes towards pursuing new horizons in Kingdom Hearts.
I'd say it's fresh as heck, your hair.
thanks, dude.
What? Pardon my
I like
language.
your cute too, man.
Pardon my language. I don't mean to be.
Yeah, are we allowed to
I don't
say
know
that
if
word?
we can stay on stage anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew I was gonna forget to do this. So I was supposed to equip an item, and I've done that like the last 3 times. But we'll
Yeah,
be
so
okay.
you have to equip your power-ups and the items and such. Then you can use the hotkey down there, which you see on the bottom screen right there, or I guess top left for you guys. That each of them have their own cooldown that they go through.
And they have and they have cooldowns. Like if you take damage, it'll like reset the cooldown. So like you have to be careful with when you get hit in order to like make sure you're able to use those at the times that you want.
Yeah, there's a couple of punishments for getting hit in this game. You also see this number, the 110 that's on screen right now. I don't know exactly what math it works in, but basically that's a damage multiplier. And the longer you can go effectively in a combo without getting hit, that's more and more your damage is amped up.
So this fortress cannot be pregnated, just so you guys know. It's impregnable. Just in case you were wondering.
We needed to clarify that.
Yeah.
So one other thing about the UI that I don't think that we hit yet. Whatever the upper left power
Also very
is,
nice, yeah.
that's hotkeyable.
You know, saving the world one robot at a time or something.
Yep.
Something about
Didn't
the
need
story.
'em.
I don't know a lot about this story. I'm sorry.
You're turning dudes into
Dude,
books, and then
I gotta
you're
go
burning
fast.
the books as well.
That makes you a
So-
speedrunner, dude.
Yeah, you gotta go fast.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What happens in
Nancy
this
Grace.
game? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I skip all those.
Part of the reason why I learned this game, shout outs to Golden, who you probably saw in the intro to the GDQ, is he kind of encouraged this thing called a 12-hour challenge,
Heck yeah.
which is where basically the whole speedrunning community comes together and learns a new speed game. And usually there's a theme like learn a game on a system you've never run on, or learn a portable game. And so this was a game that I had played casually and enjoyed, and decided to pick up for one of those 12-hour challenges. So if you ever see anything about those, consider checking it out.
100%.
Yeah, it'll stretch you as a speedrunner and kind of just like make you
And it's a great excuse for
learn new
people who
games.
aren't speedrunning yet to get into it.
Yeah, and it's just fun to see everybody
まあ
learn new
話してるの
games
が
all the same week.
12 hour チャレンジっていうのが海外の Twitch のコミュニティでよく行われてるんですけど、ゴールデンって人が主催してて、で何やるかっていうと12時間かけて一つゲームのある程度を覚えましょう、習いましょうっていうチャレンジですね。でそれを12時間放送して、12時間習い始めて、12時間の間にタイム、1回通してタイムを出そうっていう、そういうイベントが、だいたい半年に1回ぐらいやってると思いますけど、結構それやると RT やってなかった人も、それをきっかけに RT 始めたり、今までやったことなかったゲームはそれでやって、で、世界記録取ったりとか、そういうこともよくあるんで、そういうイベントが Twitch では多いので、これなんていうかゲーム間の交流も多いですね。新しい世界というか。
I'd also like to be clear that I have not routed any of this game.
やっぱりきっかけがないと、やったことない RTA ってやらないんでね。そういうのがあると結構いいですね。
Greenalink and Benja, who are really good runners of this game, for routing it and letting me hop on. So these are what I'm talking about, where they, if you have to time your movement between one and another, or else it'll take you back to the top of the screen and lose you a ton of time.
Yeah, there's 3 sets of those he's going to have to move through.
Yeah, the third one's probably the most difficult, but if you've learned them, which you should if you're speedrunning it, then you shouldn't mess up. If I do mess up, then Spike can slap me in the face later.
Dude, I'm rooting for you to mess up. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm kind of into this.
Dude, nice. Thank you, T.
Okay, 2 for 3. Okay, so we got a guy coming up. So we're destroy this thing again that spawns things. This guy is gonna be at the end here, and we're just gonna leave him alive, but I call him Stan. And I don't know, he's just kinda hanging out here, and he tries to hurt you, and it doesn't work, so. Stan.
Good effort.
Yeah. I don't have the heart. I don't have the heart to kill the guy.
Stan tries really hard.
Yeah, and that's what really matters.
Oh, come on, man. Oh.
It's not looking good for you.
I don't know, man. Trash talking a little early. Oh, right. Right.
No slap to my face today.
Man.
Yeah, bummer.
That makes me pretty
You have
happy.
to make a makeup deal afterwards.
Yeah.
You'll also notice with the EP, that meter underneath him that's going down again as he's going through the different enemies. He also wants to try to be careful a lot of the time to make sure he doesn't actually lose all of it, because then it goes into the red and it takes longer to charge back up.
Yeah, you basically burn out and you have to wait like a cooling down period to like recharge. Here we have a cycle skip at the end of the third cycle that hopefully will pull off, so I'm going to focus on Vidya games.
Again, if you're caught in an attack, that's what will actually go straight to your health. You also notice once again in that in the bottom screen of the top left for you guys, you're seeing each of these different specials cost a different amount of the SP or the cards in the bottom left quarter of the main screen. Some of them that he picked up cost 0 though, so making them even more powerful and useful throughout the run.
ね、左上にカードがありますけど、それぞれがスペシャルアタックみたいになってて、でそれぞれ SP 違う SP を消費するんで、うまく使わないといけないと。見てばわかるようにクールダウンもあるんで、それもうまく管理しなきゃいけないっていうのが、ボス戦でのポイントになるっぽいですね。
She cheers you on. She tells you that she's very proud of you.
To be fair, literally in the game, nobody else can hear her, so I'd be clingy too, you know?
Yeah.
Just because like nobody
sure.
else
It's a limited
can talk to
social
her.
Dude,
life.
5 stars on that. That was pretty good.
5 stars is good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like more than 4.
it is.
Statistically speaking. And
Yeah.
this is the second worst part of... Oh, no. Sorry. After this level is the second worst part of the run. I don't even know what the game is. I'm sorry. This is an icy level. There's like extreme ice physics. And there's a lot of cycles for platforms. But you could probably read a donation or two as we start it.
Alrighty, well, we've got $20 from Carolyn Michelle, who said, "Did I hear Tina Hack says the fans and supporters of John Carls
だいたい今ゲームで半分ぐらいに来たのか。
his run for Avenging Spirit later this week?
これが
Happy to do my
凍結っていう
part to see that happen."
ステージですね。
Worst people.
And Kitty Bobo donated $150.
Oh, wow.
Love the games done quick. Donating for Divinity Original Sin. Almost beat it multiple times, but never was able to finish it. I look forward to seeing someone actually beating the game.
So we missed the first cycle on the first one. It costs like 3 or 4 seconds.
Do you know if this game generally lives off of camera cycles or universal cycles?
For those, it's
first
camera
cycle-
cycles.
Those are
I
camera-
think the first one is not a camera cycle. That's the problem. That's why I have to time this in. But the other ones are. This is our fight against Copen, the character we played as before. And then I think for True Ending, you guys do a showdown again. But he's pretty bad, to be honest. Like, I don't know what he's been up to this whole time, but Oh, I just overheated. That's
But they're both good guys, right?
so he thinks you're a bad guy, but you are both good guys. But he doesn't like you.
There's Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the endings like kind of tie together. Oh,
Very nice.
last cycle a little slow there, but the rest of that was pretty decent. And then we've got two more of these a little bit more significant ice cycles coming up. And yeah, we could read a couple more donations. I think you guys can follow along pretty well.
All right, well, Anonymous donated $10 saying, every time I hear the announcer say your name, this has popped into my head, so I'm going to donate to have her say it for me. You know nothing, johncarls.
Oh, thanks.
That's the nicest thing anyone said to me all day.
And,
That's what my
I'm
mom
going to
used to
butcher
say
this
when I was a
name.
kid.
Arfarmed donated $50 saying, let's rally now, save the runner's sanity, kill the animals.
So the next ice cycle one can lose like a good 15 seconds if we miss it. And you can see how much faster we go when the ice is going. You can almost go off screen, which is kind of cool. So this is a much longer one where we can lose actual significant time. And these are all slippery, obviously, because they're ice. Okay, that's fine.
Got time for one more donation?
Yep.
Alrighty, well, Dispatch Rabbi
このジャンプしてる
saying,
なんかアイスの
see Tina on the couch
何
with
針
Ryan
みたいな
Payne.
プラットフォー
I
ム
love
これ
watching
全部
you
サイ
run.
クルなんで
Good to
一つ
see you
逃
running
す
your
と
name
ま
next
た
to you.
5秒ぐらい待たな
The
きゃいけなかった
Gunvolt
りと
run
か
is pretty neat too.
でしかもこれ全部
Wanna hear some
滑りや
details,
すいん
John
で
Carls?
滑って落ちたりするとまたタイムロス
You're gonna,
結構ここら
so
辺サクサクやってるよう
I
で
have to sing at the end of the
すごく
game
テクニカルな
when
ことや
we
ってます
win it.
ね
That's part of the actual game.
It's
So,
yeah, it's actually.
De
I
mata
thought you were
boss to.
memeing last night, and I
No.
watched around. I was like,
I mean, you
oh
can
no,
hum
you
in.
actually have to do it.
I think you can whistle or hum into it, but you have to make music. Because your waifu is the muse, and that's how she brings you back to life. And so, like, you have to do your own thing. And we're going to try and do a cycle skip on this boss, too, hopefully.
Yeah, so this one saves about 15 seconds if you get it, or loses it if you don't.
Ah, my EP.
Again, you notice he let it drop all the way to 0, so it took a lot longer for it to come back.
Frigi the Blossom.
These names are
キ
getting
ャラクターの下にあるバーがエネルギーのバーっぽいんですけどそれが完全にゼロになると途中で
Yeah, the next one is
回復させるよりも
definitely
もっ
this
と時間がかかる回復になっちゃう
one. Okay, we got it.
だから切らさないようにうまく使っていかなきゃいけない
So you're seeing just some really cool chains you can do with each of those different super attacks he's picked up.
Yeah, generally you want to use the two that use 0 SP and then the Astrosphere. And there's several bosses.
例えば敵通り抜けるときになんかバリア張って通り抜けたりするんですけどその時にもう毎回エネルギーが取られたりするんですけどそれでエネルギー全部使い切っちゃうと回復するのに時間がかかっちゃうんで使い切らないようにうまくギリギリで止めて回復させてってやった方が早いんですね
That's true.
そこら辺の管理も大切になってくるようです
I'm gonna shut up right now.
Trying to give you a compliment, get an ego boost. All right.
I like your face.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay,
I am
I
pretty
hate this fight. That's my commentary. Oh, and this guy yells.
この戦闘嫌いだって
So get ready for
まあ何か起きるんでしょうランダム要素があるのかなよー
So this boss is one that can leave the screen if you get really unlucky, and doing so breaks the tags, so you can't keep on hitting him even when he comes back on, and of course, while he's off screen, you're not doing
こういうゲー
anything.
ムって
So we're hoping to
こういうゲームってアニメ要素大切にしてるからこの文字とか全部英語でも声優だけが日本語っていうのはちょっと不思議ですけど不思議というか変ですけどまあその需要を考えたらまあ英語にする必要はないなってことでしょうね
Don't know why it's called that, but it's poetry slam.
こういうアニメゲームには多いですけど英語版のアニメゲームは
Dark alley and a guy yells poetry slam at you. You know he's a tough cookie. I'm gonna do a safety heal because I'm one hit from death. Seems like an idea. There we go.
Nice.
So we didn't die. That's a beneficial thing.
うん。
And
死ななかったからよかった
leaving
ね
the。screen too much,
よく死ぬっぽいですよ、やっぱ
do
り。
another poetry slam, which means you need to
最
wait
初の方戦闘嫌いだ、この戦闘嫌いだって言ってただけありますね。
then you need to break all the ice again. But it's completely RNG whether or not, because if he keeps leaving the screen, you can only do so much damage. So now we have killed all of the bosses in the standard levels, and they're all dead. And now we are moving on to the garden. So the group is trying to recreate Eden and create like a perfect world by killing all the humans. And so all of these levels are based on that. And you'll see bosses come back that we've killed, and they're trapped in mirrors or something.
Yeah,
Tina?
yeah, they're created from mirrors with the final boss.
Yeah. So do with that what you
Sounds like
will.
anime.
このゲームの
It's anime.
ラスボスがいて、そのラスボスが今まで倒したボス、鏡から再生してるとかいう話らしいですね。なんでこれからまあ、こういうゲームによくありがちなボスラッシュが始まるのかな。まあ今まで戦ったボスともう一回戦うっていう、このゲームにありがちなことを。
He's been able to skip them by breaking the alarm or killing them before they even spawn. This is the first place where he just can't do that. So he's got to be able to react to whatever each of them are doing. Tagging, I believe you can tag up to 2 at a time?
3 at a time.
3 at a time.
So you can do 2 on. So basically, if you have like 2 on one and 1 on the other, and you shoot the one again, then you might lose your tag on the one and have 3 on 1. So you have to like keep a balance of what you've tagged and what you haven't tagged. And then the game has multiple different weapons and stuff that we just don't use in the speedrun because we don't have time for crafting and all that nonsense. So what do you think of this game so far, Spike? You got any questions?
I think it
You got
looked
any
like, I like
concerns?
Mega Man, I mean, anime, my name is literally Spike Vegeta, so I
Yeah.
should probably like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's full of lightning, it's super flashy.
a lot of lightning.
Yeah. I think more people should get into running this.
It's a good game to speedrun because it looks like you're doing impressive things even when you're doing it really poorly.
Yeah.
So that's why I recommend it.
Yeah, that's
How I tricked my way into this stage right now.
The games committee is going, oh, he got us. Pulled a fast one.
Yeah, I pulled a fast one on you guys. We could probably do a couple donations.
Okay, well, Bloody Candy donated $20. It seems like you're doing the thing. Oh, sorry. Seems like you're doing the thing, johncarls. Keep it up.
Couldn't agree more.
Obviously, this is going to saving the waifu and avenging spirit.
I truly am trying to do the thing. This part's easy to die in, so I'm gonna try to do the thing where you don't die instead of dying.
Again, him trying to balance out because he can only take so much quote-unquote damage, losing his EP, while running into these things that are directly over a pit. It can be pretty easy to die on this screen because you still want to go fast and use dash
うん、
jumps.
このスクリーン敵も多いし、穴も多いんで、しかも EP、エネルギーのバーの管理もちゃんとしなきゃいけないと。だからよく死にやすいステージだって言ってますね。ずーっとそのバリア張っててもいいんですけど、EP がなくなっちゃうとまた回復させなきゃいけない。だから避ける敵と、その取り抜ける敵をうまく選んで、どれが一番早いかっていうのを覚えてやるっていうことらしいですね。
Since we're supporting Doctors Without Borders, how about I put my $50 on crossing even more borders? Here's to Earthbound Out of Bounds demonstration. Let's make it happen.
Nice. Heard of that game.
And with ice cream donated $20.
I never missed the door before. That was impressive.
That was a still target.
Sometimes it's tough, you know?
With ice cream donated $20, saying, I heard we were donating towards the Avenging Spirit good ending.
Oh. Well, now everybody knows, Tina, so everyone knows how to troll me.
You're welcome.
Now, I know this boss, you have to kind of, again, with your ability to need to tag them to deal the damage, because I think you can actually, those orbs in front of her can actually sort of absorb the tagging, so it forces you to be a lot more aggressive and get right up in her business the whole time.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Making it a lot scarier.
I also, so the one thing about the Crash Bolt versus the, the Astrosphere is that a Crash Bolt will take life out of the next cycle and Astrosphere won't. So that's why it was actually a dumb decision for me to use Astrosphere there. No, don't run away.
Again, when he
Mother of
talks about the
snakes.
different phases, and you can see in the boss's health down there, there's that little blip that signifies each of the 3 different phases.
Yep. And now that
Some
we're in the
attacks
third phase,
will be
yeah.
go for
And
it.
now that we're in a third phase, we're going to see the super attack. This one's,
Entangled strands.
so here he's going to be doing his best to balance doing damage.
右下のボスの HP バーがあるんですけど、それが
That's okay. Let's
ボ
get
スに
it
よ
out
っ
of
て
the
は
way.
分かれてたりするんですけど、
Denoted on the ground.
そこまで HP を減らしたら次のフェーズに行くよっていうサイン
Yeah, that's
なんです
kind of
ね。
embarrassing.
で、今さっき、その、紙が、そのボスの周りにいたフェーズから、
Then it doesn't really matter.
ね、黄色の線があっちこっちに行くフェーズに変わったりとか、
I feel like you're doing
まあボスの HP で決まる。
I'm getting through the game. We'll probably get to the end.
Are we going to see credits?
I think that's all they really require you to do
We
here.
will. There's gonna be some real. Hopefully, we'll fight Shovel Knight. Did we meet the donation incentive for that?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We
baby.
met it quite a while ago, actually, and just reminding everyone that we do have quite a few bid wars coming up. So we've got the Metroid Prime Choose the Suit. Right now, the Fusion Suit is in the lead, and the Castlevania file name. Right now, Pig Egg is winning that one. So get around it.
What's winning? Pig egg?
Pig
that a thing?
Egg.
Pig egg.
Okay, I heard it right.
I don't think that's scientifically accurate. I'm not certain.
What
I
do
would
you
eat
eat
a
for
pig egg.
breakfast?
I
Then you'd
know.
have bacon and pig eggs. That sounds like a world I want to live in. I'll be honest.
When's breakfast here, by the way? I missed it this morning. Anyways.
Okay, this part's really annoying. I'll let Tina explain this.
Okay, so you have to tag these panels in order to open those doors with your electricity. Coming up, there's going to be a couple of these
Just
that
take a little break here.
chill for a bit. There's going to be a couple of these where you have to open a door to hit the next one to open another door. If he was playing on a 3DS XL, he'd be able to use one of the secondary, I think it's the secondary L button, switches your guns. And there's a gun that can go through walls, which makes the puzzle element of it pretty easy. He's playing on a regular 3DS, which means that he doesn't get to do that.
Yeah, I had to use the hard cap for GDQ, so unfortunately can't do that strat. It would waste time going to the menu, but we did it. And now we get our butterfly waifu again. I don't know why she comes here. She's just here. And some J-pop. So I'm curious if people are rooting for Shovel Knight or for me. 'Cause
I
feel
was
like,
actually going to say when we were bringing that up, I'm kind of rooting for Shovel Knight.
I feel like more people know and like Shovel Knight than they like me.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
it's like, there are no
I don't have
johncarls
the
video
stats
games.
この人たち J-POP って言って声優ソングのこと言ってるけど、多分、声優ソングって J-POP じゃないよね。わかんないけど。なんか日本人にとって J-POP って言うとなんかミスターチルドレンとか、なんか小袋とかそういう系を思い浮かべるんですけどね。西野カナ的な。まあ人によるのかな。
Tina did some
It's just a
research.
big old
It's
number.
a score modifier, which is great.
This game has like score attack runs, and also part of what the game does end up doing is if you like it'll ask you to go back to levels. Like this game's kind of built for speedrunning, so it'll tell you to craft different items and get those boxes at the end of the game that we're getting. It'll say, you know, if you go back and beat this level in under 3 minutes, then you'll get this challenge and you'll get rewarded for it. Or it'll just like do a score attack thing where it'll say, you know, score 100,000 points in this level or whatever. So that's kind of how you, when you're casually playing, unlock new items. But in terms of the speedrun, it means nothing.
このゲームでアイテム新しいのもらうときに、例えばこのステージ3分でクリアしたらボーナスステージがありますよ。例えばこのボーナスステージで、例えばスコア100得られたら、このアイテムあげますよっていうのがあるらしいんですけど、まあ RTA ではこのアイテムいらないでしょっていう、だからどんどんあんまり意味がないらしいですね。
You have to buy weapons or craft weapons for that, but you do end up having more health. Basically having more health.
Yeah,
and
every time he levels up, he gets a full health refill. So a lot of the routing through this game is very exact to make sure he gets those level ups at proper times before, say, boss fights or right after some boss fights.
Getting lazy on those fights. That was a little sloppy. You can probably read another donation, I think.
Yeah. Yep, Freezenator donated $10. Avenging Spirit good ending, you say? Let's make it happen. Sorry, John.
So the story behind that, I have a run Friday morning, Game Boy game Avenging Spirit, and the any % run is like 100 times easier than the good ending run. And so all my friends just want to see me die again in a GDQ.
No, we want to see you do
times.
well.
Well, I didn't know that was an option.
We're just pushing you. That's your friend.
You're pushing me.
All right, so this chunky boy in the middle right there, yeah, he can like steal your tags, and you really just want to focus on the little robot you're fighting, whatever that is.
I am concerned I didn't kill 2 enemies, and I do not know if I'm going to level up at the end of this, and I'm concerned about it. So stay tuned.
Oh baby, the suspense is killing. Because it's a couple of things he's looking for with his.
結構 HP が入ってるけど大丈夫か？
Amuzi Boosh. I think that means like appetizer.
Muzi Boosh.
I don't really understand at all what that has to do with trying to kill me with a robot.
Is so anime. Okay.
Oh.
Like he wants the health refills at level ups, but he also wants to reach level 13 at a certain.
Okay. So
ボス戦の最後でレベルアップしなかったんで。
I forgot to kill. So this, I might have to die on purpose, but let's try to not die on purpose. Let's see if we can do it with like one hit of death. This boss is pretty tough.
HP が回復されなかったってことです。このボス結構大変なんで、死ななきゃいいなって言ってますけど、危ないね。もう1ミリしかない。危ない危ない。
Alright, one down. Praise Moses. Let's do this. I might not do as many, and it's going to take a little bit longer. You yawning back there?
No, I'm like.
Just feeling.
I'm just clenching up right over here.
Well, we got through the 2 phases.
All right.
I feel good about that.
Yeah. Just got one more of this. I'm sure it gets easier. That's a card.
I'm wondering how this is going to throw off the insurance count for the rest of the game. Or the leveling. Experience count. There's no insurance in this game.
I was about to say, what are you talking
There's
about?
no insurance
dude,
in
just
this
fucking
game.
don't talk, dude. You're about to die.
Oh, I'm not. Whoa!
You could die. I still believe. Oh.
It's okay. We believe in you. Just don't get hit.
I love you, dude.
So normally I have full health starting that fight, because I normally do
You
the
walked
route
in
correctly.
with nothing instead.
I walked in
All
with maybe one free hit. So.
What were you doing? Did you like take a nap during that?
Well, because we figured out that basically when you have the butterfly woman with you, that keeping her doesn't matter. So I used to kill 2 enemies to try and keep her, and then I stopped.
Okay.
But I didn't realize that experience made that much of a difference. It's just 2 enemies.
Yeah, I mean, that
how
just goes
precise
to
it is.
show the preciseness of the route. Yeah, all the leveling that you're doing.
Yeah. But, you know. And now we're going into the last level.
Even though he was able to survive that, it did obviously take away his ability to be more aggressive. Because a lot of this, doing the fight spell, is getting right up in their business. So.
I think I have ideas. I have ideas of what to do.
So it's time for refights.
Yeah, so we're fighting this guy for the 3rd time. We will let him kill us intentionally.
Yes, first of 2 times where he's going to.
Death.
ブラウザー再起動してしまった。
Oh, don't run out of things. Okay, so we're gonna try a cycle skip here. Dude, we've already seen it, bro. Learn something new, you know? I think we got it. Yep, okay.
Nice.
And so now he's like, you've killed me 3 times. I'm angry. I'm gonna do another anime cutscene. 7 slashes. He's very intense about it.
セブンスラ
He's
シー
kinda
ズ。
like Vegeta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
References. Oh, I like that. I like that show. So no matter how much health you have here, you will die.
Yeah, this is just insta-kill.
Yeah.
But it's a
あれはもう死ぬことが確定してるらしいですね。
And waifu. Shoutouts to waifu. Shouts to
で、
mirrors.
ワイフ
Has a
が
lot to do with mirrors. I'm
現
not
れて
really
生
sure.
き返らせてくれると。
Seems to be a lot of mirrors.
Never did any theory crafting. It's happening in this game.
Now we got some J-pop again.
So again, the benefits of being a Super Saiyan here
Yeah.
is that EP meter that was underneath him, that's now gone. He can just like use his super attacks at will.
So I'm gonna do these bosses in a different
ガンボルト
way.
はあれですね、
Supposed to be
スーパーセイヤンになったらしいですよ。
level 30 here, but
周りに炎
we'll see
が
how
燃えて
close.
て。まさにスーパーサイヤンですね
You。know,
Yeah, you can see his level in the experience bar on the bottom screen up in the top left corner.
you
of
gotta
your
be
vest screen.
flexible in this world, you know?
So this is the easiest of the last 3 refights he has to do. So this is going to be a real easy level up.
Probably should have done the other one, but that's fine.
Yeah, 'cause again, level 13 is going to net him a pretty ridiculously
Yeah.
OP attack.
Yeah.
Time for another donation?
Yeah,
Sure, this guy sucks.
Alrighty, well, a regular Ginny donated
Hey.
$5. Here is $5 for approximately each missed crash bolt, John. You can still get sub hour, go. We're sitting on Discord watching me, Greenerlink, and others. Here is 5 for Lingering Will. GL on the rest, John. Shout outs to the GV community and Tina and Spike on the couch. Love from your boy Ginny.
Thanks, Ginny. So
Yup.
Ginny runs the Copen route and has world record, which is a dumb game, dumb category. But he's a nice guy.
He just
That's
makes
how-
horrible
That was an
decisions.
interesting shout out that he just gave
No.
Jimmy.
No, it's a cool category that I'm just not gonna run because I don't like it.
All right, so now we do have level 13,
Yeah.
and we'll be able to equip this awesome-looking attack.
Sometimes you need a giant laser sword, lightning sword,
Laser lightning death sword.
laser. Yeah,
It can be either one. It's what you want.
and this is our favorite boss.
So to
and
interpretation.
So that last phase in the first time we fought her took where she takes very little damage, takes a very long time, and we can skip like most of it with the giant sword. We can't skip all of it, but
Yeah, I mean, look at how the health bar right now is sort of slowly, it's chipping its way down. You get a little excited once we get to the third phase. Just like constant J-pop going on throughout this game.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna get her down to right before the phase is over.
Because again, this can skip over the kind of break in health right there. All right, so check out that health bar. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Iron Maiden.
Man, she looks upset.
She's not a very pleasant woman, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like to judge people, but
So you can imagine how much time I said. You saw she had just like an itty bitty little bit of health
and it
left.
still took like 5-6
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
It's I don't know why that boss is that way, but you know, sometimes that's the way the world is. And we're gonna go for the same cycle skip. This boss fight's the exact same if you want to read 1 or 2 donations, and then we'll be going into the final 2 bosses.
また同じボスと戦いますと。もうここでボスラッシュ始まってますね
Alright,。so donations now?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
やそろそろ
Doorcast
終盤かな
donated $50. Hey johncarls, good luck on your gun vault run. I'm putting all my travel vouchers towards the good ending in Avenging
You
Spirit.
guys are the worst. You know what was the mistake was telling people that I didn't want that. I should have been like, man, I really hope this gets met.
And the Big Bear Gaming donated $150. Love games done quick and what it's all about. Glad to be able to help. Save the frames, kill the animals.
You can keep going until the next fight. This
Absolutely.
is just
Well,
a repeat.
Chez Fromage donated $50, donating to try and get our awesome accent reader to talk some more. Also, shout out to the couch for the absolutely 100% correct explanations of this game. Donation goes to my good friend EON running TGM Rev mode during the Tetris block. Thanks to everyone for making this week wonderful.
I have surely said nothing incorrect about this game I've never played.
Certainly. So, we are back on the correct leveling schedule. So
I'm proud of you, man.
So that's good. So we'll be able to get another life refill before the final boss. We have one more boss with a very important cycle skip at the end, and then the final boss. So, shout outs to Spike, though. Good job holding it down.
Yeah, you're welcome,
Game you've never played.
Yeah, I mean,
My boy and podcast partner, Author Blues, abandoned me.
Yeah.
Abandoned me.
So we know
because
who's
he
the
had to
better friend.
travel in a plane.
Weirdo.
Yeah. It's like, do that on your own time.
So
I
shouts to
feel like
travel
a lot of people
problems
here did that
have.
though, and they're here.
Some people got vouchers for it. Inside joke, sorry. This fight's annoying and I don't like it. I have missed like a considerable amount of Crash Bolts.
It's been a fair amount.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
play this game. I know it's been a lot.
Yeah.
I heard
Oh,
something
those
about
are RNG based actually.
They're good
I'm-
reactions then.
They're
I'm
not
more
RNG
impressed
based,
now.
but I'm deciding now they are.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was like really impressed there at first before you brought back that statement.
Yeah.
no, they drop on top of you from wherever you're standing. So if you run across,
Yeah, you kind of have to get inside their
このボスの
sometimes, like,
イラスト結構ひどいな。
moving. Literally. Let's
Dang.
just keep talking about it. It seems to be really helping.
Do you want me to
思っ
play
て
it
しまっ
a little
た。
Yeah, it really helps the stream.
bit? I feel like I probably would have hit like one of these.
Yeah, you probably would, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're really not that hard.
I played a video game.
There we go. We're gonna hit that one. How about that? Okay, here's the skip.
Oh, that's
Okay,
it.
good.
That is it.
So-
that is it.
so
See
this-
health bar.
This
Boosh.
final phase is flips the whole game upside down and flips your controls in reverse. And
この戦闘の最終フェーズは画面を上下にして、しかも
reversing your controls
方向キーも反対にすると。
upside down is
めちゃくちゃ戦闘しにくくなるんで、それスキップするように今、
yeah.
サクッと戦闘を終わら
Your
せた。
left and right
Might as well,
effect
it
is
is
ね。
swap, yeah.
So now we are going into the final boss.
So get hyped for
で、ラスボスで
required
す。
singing in this speedrun. You
We're
have
not
to
there
fill a
yet,
water
though.
bottle.
We're not there yet, though. See, I hit that one. Bigger target.
One phase down.
Okay, so every time that you see this yellow cycle, the boss gets this shield that you have to break through.
Every time you see the yellow cycle, a baby loses its wings.
It's true.
So that's what happened.
It's confusing, I know. That can do a lot of damage if you don't do pervasion, like all your health. Okay, here it is. So now we have a very emotional cutscene.
あれですね、このボスの
It's not a maybe.
服が小林幸子の紅白みたいな、
And a lot of down.
なってますね。頭と周りのレイアウトとか。
This is when she'd save me. I need her song. You can beat Zonda without me, Chibi. I know it. Thanks, girl. No, I can't keep relying on her forever. Remember what she said. Her song. The song is inside me. ほどけない心
歌い始めた。あ、歌わないといけないのね。なるほどね。3DS だからマイクついてるんですよね。だから、マイクに歌って音程がちゃんと合ってないとクリアできないっていう。音痴が歌うと辛そうだな。やると辛そうな RG ですね、これじゃあ。っていう感じで終わりました。
10 seconds off my PB, so not bad.
Very nice, man.
I made the mistake of PBing by 15
目標
seconds
タイムより10分以上
before,
早いんで、
so
かなりいいですね。
I
これ
should have just been worse, even worse.
It was like on the plane, wasn't it?
Pretty happy with that time. No, right before I got on the plane.
Right before. Okay,
yeah.
that's.
And then we still get items because you can go back to levels.
Dude, 5 stars
and then-
again. I
Dude,
think that was a
but
perfect
C
run.
rank, really? I mean, I don't know. Do I have time to reset and start over? Or?
Oh, I mean, yeah, like 12 minutes left
Okay.
on your estimate. So if you come real far under estimate,
Yeah. So
you got a shot.
and that's the game. We're at the final credits now.
And I'm done rooting for you now in this game.
Oh yeah.
Time for, yeah.
So again, shout outs to the other Azure Striker Gunvolt runners. Shout out to my podcast partner Author Blues because he always pushes me to keep learning new games at speedrun. So I appreciate you, bud. And thanks for everybody for trying to troll me and donate for Avenging Spirit. You guys are terrible people. So I love you guys. So do we want to set up the incentive now?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I am not staff, but I'm just going to have you do it.
There's nobody back there anymore. Actually, they
It's-
all left.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
They all
A
went to
couple of them are
lunch.
asleep.
It was
So,
too anime.
they
They,
were
they decided they were
Two,
just out.
two anime. So
この後ちょっとボーナスでなんかやるのかな。
Shouts to
incredibly long, and they don't matter.
Well,
so.
I just wanted to remind everybody one of our prizes is an Azure Striker Gunvolt 2 poster that you only need to donate $10 for.
I want it.
So get around that.
Don't give it away as a prize. Just give it to me.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got my Shovel Knight amiibo I had to buy, and a little stand.
It's adorable.
Yeah, he's pretty. He looks pretty. He looks like a formidable opponent. You know.
さっきから GDQ チャットから来てんのが
I believe we can.
余計なことばっかり言う人が
This
来
is
る
gonna be a
な。
hard fight, right? It's gonna take a
まあ
long
しょうがないけど。
It's gonna be probably another hour.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about this estimate.
I keep forgetting metric time.
You're American, right?
Yeah.
Your name is johncarls, so I'm going to assume you're American.
Okay, here's our boy.
That's a pretty good representation.
Thank you guys for donating.
Dude, this Shovel Knight is swole, dude. He's huge.
He does about a third of your life's bar in one hit, so you have to really not get hit is the goal.
And that pogo attack is a little more violent than I remember it being in the game.
Yeah. Well, it's a little more anime, I think. It's,
Yeah. This would be if Shovel Knight was an anime. Does he poetry slam?
Oh, I got hit. It's okay, guys.
Man, the way he switches up his
Oh,
tactics.
now I am. Oh, no! No!
Shovel
Ah, got
Knight.
him.
Darn it!
I was trying to finish him with swag, and it almost cost me. It almost cost me.
Boo.
I'm sorry, Shovel Knight. You
2
see-
out of 3.
Now we have the shovel ring. I don't know what that does either, but
Do you know anything about
I
this game?
don't. This is a good Let's Play. I feel like I really had a good time. I appreciate you all inviting me, and I guess that's it. So next
Woo.
up is Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, is it?
Did I
All
pick
right.
that up?
Is that right now?
Battle Kid. Battle Kid.
Yeah, next up is
Sorry,
Battle
Reese,
Kid
you're out.
Fortress of Peril.
Definitely stick around for Battle Kid.
That's a
Infested
great run,
Reach is
actually.
awesome
Yeah.
guy,
That's a
and
crazy
that
speed
run
run.
is really cool. So thanks for letting me.
というわけでガンボルトはこれで終わり
Game.
ということ
Very
で
good.
す。
Very good. And I appreciate all of you.
次がバトルキットかな。
Follow me. Follow me on the Twitch. You'll see
John
games.
Carls.
You'll see
He
games.
needs to pass Shovel Knight by the end of the day.
Pandering. Thanks.
All right, well, we have a $50 donation from Rotorstorm331. Greetings from Northern
そうですね。
Kentucky.
次がバトルキット。その後が DD コングレーシング、ルイージマンション、メトロイドプライム、月下と、まああっちのプライムタイムの人気 RTA ゲームが続きますね。
Put $40 to Avenging Spirit Good Ending and $10 to Fusion Suit and Metroid Prime. See you all at SGDQ 2018. Friendo donated $20. Animals. Who has time to worry about the animals when there are so many incentives yet to be hit? Ignore the animals, save the speedruns. And on that note, the next incentive that's yet to be met is our Sonic CD, All Good Futures. We're about $4,000 down from that. And Psycho Steffi donated $55. For my household of gamers, we watch every year. To my little girl gamer, we need more girls like you in the world. To my loves, keep gaming. Alrighty, and now we have a quick ad from Twitch.
PayPal で今無料登録すると Steam で使える500円クーポンがもらえる。決済サービス PayPal ならゲームの課金も素早く簡単。何度でも何回でも。詳細は PayPal のホームページで。
We have an anonymous donation of $10. Hey all you Kingdom Hearts runners. I won't be able to watch later, so this donation is for you guys to sing Mulan for the people. Stay awesome and good luck to all the SGDQ runners. May RNG be ever in your favor. And now we have an interview with the man johncarls himself and Proto Magical Girl.
Hey, hey, hey! It's me again, here with one of my speedrunning best friends, johncarls, after that incredible Azure Striker gun vault run. So John, I watched that whole thing, it was amazing. What did you think? How did that run go for you?
It was good, it was a fun time. I see some questions already about why I missed the crash bolt so much, so that was a little bit rough, but other than that, the run went pretty well. I wanted sub 55, and I'm happy with what I got, but you know, I just wanted to make it fun. It's a fun game. It's visually interesting. I think it's just a lot of fun to watch. The music's ridiculous and good. So I just want more people to play the game probably because it's a really cool game. It's going to be coming out on Switch soon. And
nice.
Hopefully it'll gain some speedrunners who are good at it.
Yeah, for sure. So later up in this week, on Friday, you're going to be running another game within your specialty, the Game Boy. So tell me a little bit about Avenging Spirit.
So Avenging Spirit is actually a pretty uncommon Game Boy title, and it's kind of similar to Kirby where you possess different enemies and take on their skills, but you are a ghost, so you literally can leave the body of one enemy and go to another. And it's cute and quirky and kind of really depressing at the end, no matter how you beat it. But it's a really fun speed game, and the community kind of sprung up this past year and improved it a lot.
All right, nice, nice. And you've got a cool incentive for that, correct?
Yeah, so it's save the girl or save the frames. If you save the frames, you're doing any percent. If you save the girl,
そう、CM で CM が流れちゃいます。今のセットアップだと。直せればいい、直す方法あるんですけど、ちょっと不安定なんで、今は使ってません。
All right, cool. And I know one of the big reasons that you're running Avenging Spirit is because you are just like Game Boy is your thing. You know, I know a lot of people know the Mexican runner for having just completed his NESmania every NES game challenge. And you are, as far as I know, the farthest person along into the Game Boy challenge. So tell me a little bit about Game Boy Quest.
I'm actually second furthest along to a guy named Mula, but I'm like 153 games in, so I'm doing a similar challenge. I'm trying to beat every US released Game Boy game. That's 511 games, and so I've been doing it for about a year and a half, and it's a lot of fun to do in between speedrunning, and a lot of games that there's literally no evidence on the internet that anyone's ever beaten them. So it feels like it's kind of cool to be able to document some games that maybe nobody ever played, or at least you can't look up how it ends. So it's been a lot of fun. It's a challenge. There's a lot of very bad games on the Game Boy, but there's a lot of really good ones, and I think the speedrunning community is really awesome. So.
And how do you think Game Boy Quest has played into your speedruns? You know, you find all these games. How many of them are coming like off of your blind run? You're like, I want to run this now. How often does that happen? And how has all this blind running, all these different games, come to help you as a speedrunner?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I mean, I've definitely run, I think somewhere around like 10 or 12 games from Game Boy Quest, just playing them casually, wanting to run them. And then other runners have also picked up on games they see me play in Game Boy Quest and decide that they want to route it or run it. So it's been a nice little contribution to the Game Boy community. There's a bunch of other runners, Bloody Candy, Mula, and a few others that are doing the same kind of challenge. So there's a big group of us kind of trying to beat all the Game Boy games. So it brings a lot of new, fresh ideas into the speedrunning community, which is really fun.
For sure, and one other way that I know you're involved in speedrunning, and anyone who knows me knows this is like my favorite thing. You are one of the co-hosts of a speedrunning podcast called The Frame Savers.
Hashtag
you got the
pandering.
shirt for it and everything.
Yeah.
And I love The Frame Savers, so please tell all these viewers about your amazing podcast, because I just think it's so good for the community. So please go.
Thank you for all the sweet words. So me and Author Blue started a podcast about 2 years ago because there were no speedrunning podcasts available. I'm a big podcast listener, both on retro video games and other content, and I just saw a missing need for this. So we started doing speedrun podcasts 2 years ago. We do a different game every week, and we review it casually. We review it as a speedrun. And it's been a lot of fun, honestly. It's grown a lot, and it pushes both of us to keep learning new games. We have on guests all the time to kind of bring their expertise to the games. So we've had guys like Darby in for Super Mario Bros. 1 or Lack Attack for Super Mario RPG. So it's just a lot of fun, and you can find us at theframesavers.com. It has links to our Discord. You can hang out with us. It has links to all of the places you can listen. And we're also doing YouTube videos now. So if you're not exactly a podcast person, but you like speedrun content, you can check us out on YouTube and watch the episodes there. So it's been a lot of fun, and we really appreciate all the community feedback we get and just learning all about new games. There's so many games that people don't really talk much about. You know about the SM64s or the Super Metroids, but we dive into a lot of really weird and obscure games too, so we try and strike a balance with that.
For sure, and actually, I was on my plane here. I was listening to, they did an episode on Azure Striker Gunvolt. So if you want to know more about that game, that is a really good place to get that. Okay, so I have one more question for you, and then we're going to go into a couple of our social media questions.
インタビューは、そうですね。
Which Azure
興味がある人の話だったら面白いけど。
Oh, definitely Jewel, the butterfly waifu. I mean, she saved my run tonight. I basically would have lost another like minute and a half or 2 minutes if she hadn't saved me at the end. So definitely Jewel. She's my waifu.
そうですね。結構準備時間にもっとインタビューやろうって、まあ、何もやらないよりかインタビューやった方がいいだろうっていう流れでしょうね。
As a reminder, for some of our interviews, you're able to ask questions by replying to a Games Done Quick tweet using hashtag SGDQ2017. I have a couple questions for you. So the first one is from Tio Anime Gamer. johncarls, what motivated you to speedrun this game? Because I know you talked about the 12-hour challenge a little, but tell me more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a collector as well. I collect a lot. I'm actually 4 Game Boy games away from owning every Game Boy game. So that's kind of what got me into speedrunning was collecting. and just kind of watching videos on recommended 3DS games because I semi-collect for the 3DS. This game kept popping up, and it's a combo pack. You get Azure Striker Gunvolt 1 and 2, and it's like $20-30. So I played it casually, really liked it a lot. The movement reminded me of Mega Man X, and it's just a really enjoyable game casually. So I said, you know, why don't I think the 12-hour challenge was pick a game for a console that you haven't run on yet. And I had never done a 3DS speedrun, so I said, okay, let's do that.
All right, cool. Next up, we have a question from, that showed the same one.
まあそうですね。
Same question. I mean, I
We're
can keep
trying
answering
here.
it.
Well,
いや、よくあれですよ。でもカメラに DS をやってるおっさんが映っ
so I'll
て
just、read it. So
で、
this
そ
is
れ
a
で
question from
GDQ のチャ
Fabulous
ットが
at
DS だとって、
John Carls, does your
それで埋め
colorblindness
られ
affect the
て
way you
冗
play
談になったり
games?
してたん
And
で、
if so, how do you
まあ
adjust?
効果がないことはなかったけど、まあ
It
で
doesn't affect
も
it often.
何もやらないのよりかは何かやった方がいいだろうってことで今これやってます。
Especially are just very difficult for me. If I have to match different colors to clear lines and stuff, it's just not going to go well for me. So I'm not a big
いや、同時通訳とか僕ができたらやってたんだけど。
All right. Well, next up, I'll just keep reading these, I guess. Question from caller unknown, Tyler Devaney. What level in the game has the best music? I know you talked a lot during the run about the music, and from what I could hear, it sounded really cool.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you've played this a lot now. What's your favorite?
Yeah, I'm not like a J-pop person, so I don't know. I guess I would say whenever Jules with you, it's just like really bumping the basses, boom, 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 and you know, I had to sing the song at the end for that song, so I guess I'll go with that song. It's a lot of fun.
All right, cool. So let's give this one more shot here. Hey, there's a new question.
Hey.
We have a question from Greenalink. Why did you not set Crash Ball to the X button as a shortcut? I hear it increases your damage hit rate by 16%.
Okay. Well, sadly, I did set it as X, and I just am that bad. So I kept missing. So Greenalink is 2 seconds ahead of me, so he can talk all the smack he wants till I bop him. So I missed a lot of Crash Bolts.
この人より記録が早い人だから、
Playing video games is hard for
ツイッターで指摘をされてるって、それが公開されるっていう。
So you, all right, I'm gonna go back into my questions.
Na
You
ka naka-
talk a lot about collecting. You mentioned 3DS collecting, Game Boy collecting. What all do you collect, and like how big are these collections? What do you do with all this
Yeah.
stuff? Give us the lowdown here.
I have probably 1,500 video games, something around there. I'm 4 games short of the full Game Boy US set, like I said. I have half of the NES games in the game library, and then kind of just the rest is stuff I pick up along the way or games I want to speedrun. I don't really usually speedrun on emulator or in flashcard. I like to get the physical game. So I kind of got out of NES collecting because it's very expensive now. So moved on to Game Boy, which is a bit under the radar. But I'm kind of getting close to retiring from the collecting. There's a lot of space and a lot of money that it requires, but I like having the physical games. It's a lot of fun.
And I know you're actually pretty close to like a full Game Boy set, right?
4 games. 4 games
4
left.
games.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's out of how many?
500.
この人はゲームコレクターとしても活動してるみたいで、
That is something for
ゲームボーイの全ゲームまであと4つらしいですね。で結構近い。
Now I've got J-pop stuck in my head, you know?
You got J-pop stuck in your head?
ただまあ、コレクターになるためにはスペースも必要だし、お金も必要だし、結構大変だからそろそろやめようかなって思ってるみたいですね。
Here with my friend, talented speedrunner, podcaster, collector, John Carls, gonna throw it back to our host to continue Summer Games Done Quick 2017.
Thanks. Good luck, Infested Reach.
All right, and thank you to Chelsea, who was the host before. My name is Leslie Dainty. I'll be hosting you through Battle Kit and also Diddy Kong Racing. We have a $70 donation from Dononymous that says, please put this towards Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver to name Raikou, oh my dog, Roo 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 Roo. $50 donation from Weeboo T. Thanks to GDQ and all runners for being awesome and doing this for such a good cause. Also, thanks to Doctors Without Borders for helping so many people all around the world. Donation to Announcer's Choice. Greetings from Austria. We have a $200 anonymous donation. Stuck at work but watching while I can. Like to thank all involved and the awesome tech staff keeping it running. $250 donation from Sunny143. Happy birthday, Isaac. Game on, my tilty brother. In the words of Gaston, kill the animals. $100 donation from Anonymous. Shoutouts to all the runners and everyone working behind the scenes. Hoping this is the best GDQ event yet. $100 from Jeff. Been watching the marathon for years now, but this is the first year I get to attend in person. It's a dream come true, and it lets me appreciate how much hard work goes into every GDQ. Hats off to the runners and all the behind-the-scenes staff. You've earned it. Put 50 each to naming Ness and Paula, David, and Bowie. No comment, but we do have $160 donations from Mr. Cab. $20 from Aeon Duke. Another GDQ has started with the games being done very, very fast, and all for MSF to bring healthcare to all as is their right. So let's rush forth as Android first and many others after to save lives at this GDQ. $50 donation from Sasha_Amethyst. Love watching these events whenever possible. Good luck to all the runners, and let's remove those borders for the doctors. $50 donation from Pan56. Been looking forward to this since AGDQ. Thank you everyone for your hard work and dedication in making this incredible event happen. Best of luck to all the runners this week. Games Done Quick is now accepting bits during SGDQ this year. We are currently at 95,314 bits, so keep throwing them down in the chat. $100 from William Dunhu. Apologies. I think it's awesome how you guys put these events together not once, but twice a year to help out worthy causes. Keep it up, and this $100 goes towards killing the animals in Super Metroid because seriously, it's games done quick. $10 donation from Anonymous. First time watching. This is amazing. You guys are great. Thank you for making the world a better place for gaming. We have a $20 donation from 8-Bit Spider Bite. Hi, Rish. I'm glad we get to see you not once, not twice, but 3 times this week at SGDQ 2017. Congratulations on being able to run 3 games. Looking forward to catching all of them this week. Good luck with all your runs.